I got you the plaque, but then I just remember you reciprocated with the journal, and I felt like that was the appropriate thing to share. Was kind of like repeat the poem, Footprints in the Sand, and believing that that is kind of what I remember you for, and appreciate you sharing with me for the first time that poem, and then how I often look back to it and kind of recognize what the poem's going about. So I thought it would be poetic to share. Footprints in the Sand. One night a man had a dream. He dreamed he was walking along the beach with the Lord. Across the sky flashed scenes from his life. For each scene he noticed two sets of footprints in the sand. One belonged to him and the other to the Lord. When the last scene of his life flashed before him, he looked back at the footprints in the sand. He noticed that many times along the path of his life, there was only one set of footprints. He also noticed that it happened at the very lowest and saddest times in his life. This really bothered him, and he questioned the Lord about it. Lord, you said that once I decided to follow you, you would walk with me all the way. But I've noticed that during the most troublesome times of my life, there's only one set of footprints. I don't understand why when I needed you most, you would leave me.
Can I answer it?
I want to answer.
Go for it.
You ruined my reading!
Go for it.
So God was like, oh, because in the most difficult time, I carried you.
Yeah.
All my back.
The Lord replied, my son, my precious child, I love you and I would never leave you. During your times of trial and suffering, when you see only one set of footprints, it was then that I carried you. And that poem, when you left it to me, was really cool. Just how it always, I would always fall back on it, and I hope that you will fall back on it as well.
Hang on my wall.
I have it still.
I'll say something about that. I've known you since high school. And I see that the thirst that you have for God in terms of wanting to learn and to grow in Him. And I know even though you struggle in between time and things like that, but at the same time, I think, even though you struggle with it, but at the same time, your heart is still soft for God. And, I pray that, as you come to the next stage of your life, that you allow those experiences that you had would be like a stepping stone, or like a stone of reminder in your pocket that God has been faithful here. So instead of just going through the same thing again, it's like, okay, I'm just going to trust Him even more this time, and to go through those lessons, and that you'll be a blessing to the people around you, and that you will be also in His hands and walking with Him.
I want to share too. Deborah, I was like, I know her since we went to the same Bayside High School together. We took the 10th grade Miss Coffee's history class. I will never forget. She always does this, I don't know, it's a BFA. Okay, I don't know. So I always remember. I just really blessed to how God is amazing. He worked in our life, and I met her at QEC, and then we get to know her better in the church. How God has brought us together, and I am thankful for that you opened the house for us to cook for Thanksgiving potluck. It's really a blessing to be at your house, and you're so welcoming. Your families are so welcoming for us to make food in there. And even though there's a little hectic with the junior high also making this food at the same time, but the timing was right. So I just thank you for opening. And then with the retreat, we have a little conversation. But I'm really blessed and about to see how God will grow us together as we are entering the post-grad group to know you better. Yeah.
I also just want to add, Deborah's will is big. She has a big will to do many things. When she wants to accomplish something, she will. All right. Example, I went to Guatemala with her. She built a house. All right. She built a house. All right. Those were cinder blocks by her hands. We mixed cement by ourselves. All right. We laid it brick by brick. She built the house. All right. And I went rock climbing with her. I was tired. I couldn't climb this wall. She's like, I got this. She climbs up, and then it's the end of the day. We're all tired. She's like, I got this. And she tries over and over and over again. And so I can just see her will is tremendous. But not just physically though. definitely with God as well. Even when times seem rough, you know, she always finds a way to find strength in God and to continue to walk. And so I definitely commend that.
I think I too want to thank that Deborah is in this fellowship. Her family and Rachel and I came to this church about 8 or 9 years ago. Met her mom and dad back at one of those family gathering openings. But as for Deborah, seeing you come into the college fellowship, seeing you grow, seeing your determination,